for my system to shut down, so it's not so loud.
Okay. We're live. It's fine. Hi, everybody. We're about to record the podcast. Welcome to Psychotronic Coast to Coast. You're probably watching this as a recording on YouTube. We record this live very late. It's currently 12:47 a.m. Pacific time. It's 3:47 a.m. Eastern time, which is where Owen is. That's why it's coast to coast, even though neither of us live on the coast. We're both about equal distance from the coast where we live, actually, though, interestingly enough. So we're about equal spaced apart from the edges of the coast. Anyway, are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
All right. Oh, god dang it. All right. In 3, 2, welcome everybody to Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I'm Skinslip. That's Owen Neal. We talk about movies. Some might call them bad, some might call them strange, and I call them the best. I love them. I love them so much. I love all the movies we watch on the show. Almost all the movies we watch on the show. Let me clarify. I love most of the movies we watch on the show. Tonight, we're talking about a particular personal favorite. In fact, if you go to Letterboxd, you can check on my profile. That's Letterboxd/Skinslip. I think it's /user/Skinslip. I don't remember. Just Google Google search Skinslip on Letterboxd, and I'll come up. I have a list called the Canon of Skinslip, the films that make Skinslip who he is. And Postal, tonight's movie, is on that list. So when my co-host here, Owen, who, if you're watching the live stream or the recording of the video and not in the podcast, just held the DVD cover up. So when Owen chose Postal for tonight's movie, I was like, oh, goody, goody, goody. I love this movie. But let me give you a fair warning before we get into all this, and I give Owen his chance to actually talk for the first time. If you are easily offended by anything at all, you're going to have to not watch this movie. This movie will offend you if you are offensive. I think the only thing it doesn't make fun of is trans people, but they weren't like in the zeitgeist at the time. I mean, they existed, obviously, but like they weren't part of the talking points at the time as they are now. Which they should be, because, they're people too. But anyway, he's a Uwe Boll is just, he's gonna offend every single person in this movie. It's perfect. It's wonderful. I love it. Owen, how's it going?
Good.
Thoughts already? Like anything? What brought you here?
I don't know why. I've just been thinking about Postal 2 lately.
Okay.
I've had it in my mind, and how there should be another one in this day and age. We need another offensive video game.
I second that. There needs to be a space for these kind of things.
I know they did another add-on for Postal 2, which they then canoned out Postal 3 as it was a dream.
That's how it goes. Now, if only they do the same thing for RoboCop 3. Or Terminator 3, God. Or Alien 3. Like, oh my God, what is wrong with the third movie? Anyway, we'll do some trilogies at some point.
So, since I was thinking about Postal 2, I said, might as well do Postal. Because you were pushing for an Uwe Boll movie.
Uwe Boll. I spent time...
Ew, vomit.
Uwe Boll. Not Uwe, as some people might say. Not Uwe. It's Uwe Boll. No, it's Uwe Boll.
It's Uwe Boll.
I'm sure I'm sure Uwe Boll's gonna watch this because, by the way, he has said several times on Twitter that I'm his number one fan, but which I don't quite understand. But here we are. He will probably skewer me, so I'm probably butchering his name still. I'm sorry. I can't do foreign names very well. I can't do English names very well. I don't speak English as a first language, even though I was born here. I don't speak any language first. That's the problem. But no, so everybody, Uwe Boll takes a hit at everybody in this movie, including Uwe Boll, which is kind of my favorite part. He even chopped his own self in the dick, so to speak.
Yes.
Anyway, so would you say that this movie is closer to, how many references to Postal 1 are in this movie, I should say?
It's based pretty much solely on Postal 2.
Which was the hit game, I believe. It was the one that was like the big one. That's the one I really want to get so I can play it on stream, actually.
Like almost all the elements from it.
Okay.
I mean, it has its own story that's not in the game. Because in the game, you're basically just giving a list of common chores, and you need to go through them each day of the week. So Monday, your wife gives you like, oh, go get milk, get your check or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then each day is a different thing like that. Like she sends you to the mall to get an autograph from Gary Coleman in the game.
Replaced by Vern Troyer.
Technically, they're like, oh, you don't even have to kill anyone or fire a shot, but they don't make it easy because
it's not supposed to be easy. That's the point of the game, right?
Yeah, well, for example, get milk. You can wait in line, pay, and then leave. If you steal it, then a bunch of jihads come after you and try to suicide bomb you. And then another example would go to the bank. You could try to wait in line, or you can just rob the bank, and it counts as cashing a check. But if you wait in line in the bank, robbers come in to rob the bank, and then you pretty much have to shoot your way out, or you could try to run out, but it's So they pitch it as you don't have to do anything bad,
but things happen along the way. Look, you got to get your welfare check, and sometimes you got to kill a few people using a cat silencer. It's just a thing. It's a thing, all right? It happens.
The problem is it's not really that smart of AI. So there's a bank robbery going on, and you kill the bank robber, the cops will come in and try to kill you.
Because they think you're the bank robber.
No, they're just, you shot someone, and that's all they know.
Oh, I see.
Not that intelligent. I mean, it's a pretty old game at this point.
But... Yeah, it's like 20 years old now, I think.
But it had stuff
late
that
90s, early 2000s, I think. Easy. It's pretty
early 2000s, I think.
It really? All right, I can look real quick, actually.
But it had stuff in there that nobody else had. Like it had it looked kind of funny, but it had
1997 was the first game.
Yeah.
2003. Okay.
But it had actually like
15-year-old
water physics.
Oh, really?
So if you shot someone on the stairs, their blood would run down the stairs.
That's cool.
If you pissed on a hill, it ran down. Pissed right down the hill.
I've seen Garbage Gamer played a little bit. Like I've seen a few, like he's played a few times here and there, and I've seen some funny bits. But I'd like to actually play the game sometime. You know what I mean? Anyway.
That was like one of the big things they were pitching because there's a gas can. You can make a big puddle of gas and then make a trail, and then you can throw a match down and it'll travel down into the.
That's pretty cool.
Light a marching band on fire and an elephant. I mean, you don't have to.
But it's a thing you can do.
Why not? I mean,
you can also set the entire convenience store and all the shoppers on fire too. I mean, that's a thing.
I was entertained by like chopping people's heads off with a shovel, and then you just kick it, and it would stick on a cactus.
The heads?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so ridiculous.
That's the game.
Yep. All right, so I never played the game, obviously, as we said. So, why don't you take us to the movie and mention the parts of the game, basically, because that's what people are probably looking at. People who are fans of the game are gonna probably find this video and go, "I wonder what the fuck this movie's all about." Before I want to see, I want to hear these guys talk about it. So, that's the whole point. So yeah. Anyway, take us through, Owen.
I like how I've already forgot the beginning.
Oh yeah, it starts off with on an airplane, and you see these two guys. They're terrorist guys. They're racist. The movie is okay. I don't have to say this for the rest of the movie. Every joke in this is either racist or sexist or homophobic or bigoted or anti-Semitic or offensive in some way because it's trying to make you go, "What the fuck?" It's trying to get you that. It's trying to get a rise out of you. It doesn't get a rise out of me. I think it's hilarious because a lot of the jokes are like badly made jokes. but that's kind of why it's charming to me.
Yeah, the whole opening scene was just kind of there just to be offensive.
It was, I believe, the teaser. Also,
Yeah.
it was cut. It's cut out. If you watch the rated cut or anything but the unrated cut, like say you had, for me, after a long time, I had the Blockbuster exclusive release, which is the cut version, and it had no suicide sequence. So at the beginning of the movie, I'm gonna spoil this. This may not be in your edition of the movie. These two dudes are flying a plane, and they're arguing about how many versions they get in heaven. This is like a stand-up comedian gag, all right? A stand-up comedian would deliver this fucking joke, but instead we get to watch it play out as they argue. Is it 90? Is it 70? Is it 20? You know, and then they call Osama bin Laden, and they ask him, and all he can promise is more than 20. And they decide they're not going to do it. But just as they decide they're not going to do it, the door, by the way, the whole time, the noise from the other side of the cabin door is getting louder and louder. Finally, the door breaks down, and the guy grabs the controls of the plane, and the plane veers out of the way, and that's how 9/11 happened, apparently. They were going to fly to the Bahamas instead, but because these people interfered, they crashed the plane. So, like I said, it's going to offend you. The movie's going to offend you, probably. It's a very insensitive joke. It's also kind of hilarious, the argument part. The end piece not so much, but the argument about how many versions they get, that's a moment for like some ripe comedy. Though of course it's mostly low hanging fruit because this is how to describe this. This is a comedy. It's a very broad comedy. It's easy punchlines, but they're well executed, I think. Anyway.
It just doesn't make sense because, he just promised them as many versions as they want. It doesn't matter.
Well,
I mean, unless, because, well, in the movie sense, it doesn't, because Obama doesn't, or not Obama, but Osama.
I accidentally did that earlier. Now it's stuck on his head. Anyway.
Osama doesn't, even believe his own shit in the movie.
Yeah.
So, he could just say as many versions as they want, but for some reason, he's like, no, I can't, 20 tops.
I gotta see. I can't. A comedian plays Osama bin Laden. I can't remember.
Yeah, he looked really familiar.
Larry Thomas. He's the soup Nazi in Seinfeld. Yeah. He is in Austin Powers as some random guy. He does a lot of work, but it's a lot of character work.
Yeah. But you have that joke in the beginning where
Play Saddam Hussein in Arrested Development. God damn it. Anyway.
But yeah, that joke where he can't promise them, and then later he's like doesn't even believe his own shit that he's preaching.
That's
so it's
the
just
joke. Yeah.
Then why'd you just not promise them as many as they want?
Because he's not. Who cares? It's a joke. As years before, by the way. As years before that scene takes place, then the movie begins. The titles come out, and then it's like years later. It doesn't say it, but it's mentioned that the whole plane thing a few years ago, later in the movie, which is the only indication in the entire movie that scene takes place earlier. So maybe he believed it then, and he doesn't believe it now. 2 or 3 years later. You know what I mean?
Anyways, Postal dude.
We're applying logic to this movie, by the way. I don't know why.
Because it's simple. Simple reading of the script, being like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie defies all kind of logic all the time, so.
Of course it does.
It's Postal.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take it seriously for a single fucking second. You're taking it seriously, you've done something wrong. Everything's a gag in this movie. It's actually, I want to say it's as close as we get to like a real spoof of an action movie almost, right? I mean, we don't get real spoofs anymore, not since Hot Shots, in the 90s. And Dracula Dead and Loving It was like the last one of the good ones there, and then they just good ones, good spoofs as in not fucking scary movie dog shit movies. Anyway, sorry, rant over.
Postal dude.
He wakes up.
Yeah, he's getting ready for a job interview, which is a wacky job interview that doesn't make any sense.
It's rich people fucking with poor people, basically. That's all it is. They're bored at work and they're fucking with people. That's what I would do. I'd fuck with people. Yep.
And then there's all kinds of little gags here and there, but basically he ends up going to see his uncle, who now runs a cult.
So okay. So he wakes up. He's got like the quote unquote dream life. He's got the wife in the house, but the house is a mobile home, and his wife is like 400
Banging
pounds.
everybody in town.
Fat shaming here, but like saying that, but the thing is, she's a bad person. She's an awful human being. She treats him like dog shit. She just wants his money, and she's fucking everyone behind his back, which he finds out when he exits the house, talks to the landlord, and the landlord talks about how they were making too much fucking noise the day before, and at lunchtime, and he's like, "But I didn't fuck her last, or the other, I wasn't here at lunch." And the landlord goes, "Oh," and Postal dude goes, "God fucking damn it, like, son of a bitch." His wife's fucking everybody apparently.
I don't remember whether or not the wife was cheating on him, but she definitely was overweight. No, I mean in the game.
Oh, right, that, yeah.
Of course she was in the movie. We saw
okay.
it.
I was like, yeah, she definitely was.
She's definitely hinted at as being heavy and a complete bitch in the game. She's the one that keeps giving you the chores.
Fair enough.
So
I mean, she does order him to bring his welfare check back.
Yeah.
Better not come home without that welfare check, she says. Not like that at all, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think you see her in one of the add-ons when you go to hell and she's a demon or something.
Oh, lovely.
But yes, that is from the game. So
okay. Oh yeah, then he goes like he goes to his job interview, and they fuck with him because he sits in his chair and the chair's like fucked up, so it's like wobbly, and then they ask him a bunch of nonsensical questions, and he loses his shit, and then the guy fucks with him, makes him think he's gonna get the job, and like, oh no, we still got 120 more people to go, and he's like, it's the fucking worst day ever for this guy. And then they make him fucking sing the goddamn like company song and then leave.
It's about work till you're dead.
And it's super weird. Yeah, it's a really awkward opening, like this really awkward interview, I should say. And then he gets harassed by some guy who's a running gag to the movie. He's just like he's wearing a fine tracksuit and all this jewelry. He's the quote unquote welfare queen type person, the one with all the fancy stuff, but like is on welfare, and he's like bothering him for money, saying like, "Oh, you've got a job and a car," and he doesn't have any of that shit, of course. But he just has a fucking shirt and tie on, and suddenly he has all those things in his life. Suddenly, it's an example of people judging people by just the way they look, obviously.
And you get introduced to a coffee girl for a few seconds. She comes back later, but he goes and visits his uncle, who runs a cult. The uncle is in the video game as well.
It's played by Dave Foley.
And you get to see his dick and balls.
He wakes, but like the gentleman who like is his second in command enters this inner sanctum, and like there's like 4 half naked chicks all laying all over Dave Foley, and one has passed out sucking his dick apparently, because he pulls her head off and there's like a suction cup noise, because it's 13-year-old humor at its finest. I was laughing, of course, because the entire movie I'm laughing. Keep in mind, I've seen this before, and it makes me laugh every time. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous movie. Owen was not laughing as much.
I maybe smiled twice.
Yeah. Owen's a bit reserved in the emotions. He's a robot. He's part robot, so, gotta forgive him. But he likes cats, so, it's alright. Anyway, what's next?
We learned that he hasn't paid taxes in 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. And
Postal dude visits him. He tries to set up, they used to do schemes together to make money, and he's trying to get him in on it, and he doesn't want to. He's like, I'm straight and narrow now. Comes home, wife's being fucked by the trailer park owner.
With a penis pump, with a grenade pump handle.
Yeah, and basically more shit goes wrong. That guy wants money again. Does he accidentally shoot him at this point? Yeah, because he's on the phone with his uncle, and then he's like, I'm in. At the same time, the terrorists are planning stuff. see suicide bombing. This is all kind of jumbled in the middle there. So,
Oh yeah,
but
J.K. Simmons is in this movie. You know,
yeah,
Academy Award winning, amazing fucking actor. He plays candidate Wells, and he's the FU candidate. And I don't remember what the FU stands for, but it's the fuck you something something candidate. And he's like standing in front of a sign that says FU, and then it says fuck you, and then he's standing in front of the word candidate. There's another part to it that's missing. The whole joke is just says fuck you on a sign, right? And he's campaigning out front of the store, which Osama bin Laden is currently using as headquarters. And they send some guy to suicide bomb that guy in front of it in just ridiculous fashion. And then
which is
yeah.
also in the game.
Oh, is that okay?
The terrorists.
So wait, you're telling me that Uwe Boll made a accurate video game movie and it was hilarious and perfect, and he's made a bunch of other ones and they're like not as good.
The story is definitely different, but in the game, the convenience store definitely has terrorists.
Look, you can't do exactly. It wouldn't have worked exactly. It just wouldn't have. So, I think as an adaptation of these events, I think they did pretty good stringing all these nonsensical bullshit together in some coherent storyline. To be fair, you know, could have been a lot worse. So the terrorists and the cultists are both planning to steal these crotchy dolls because these crotchy doll shipment from China went down, killing everyone on board. But they saved 100,000 crotchy dolls, so yay, Christmas is saved for some people. And the only place to get them is at Little Germany, this wonderful theme park based off Nazi concentration camp stuff. And Uwe Boll is there in Lederhosen.
He owns it.
He owns it, yes. He's a fine director and theme park owner, Uwe Boll. And Uwe Boll plays himself, and he gets asked where he gets those money from, and he's like, "Well, it's true. I get it from Nazi gold. I mean, someone's got to spend it, right?" Later on, he pays Vern Troyer in gold teeth. If you really want to be offended, that was the part where I went, "Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh, that's really fucked up." That's probably the most fucked up thing in this entire movie. There's people getting fucked in the ass. There's people getting killed. There's cats used as silencers, and that survives, by the way. But the fucking gold teeth payment, that's probably the most fucked up thing in this entire movie. Not the 9/11 thing. Not anything else. Not Dave Foley's penis for 5 minutes in my face. No. The gold teeth, that was the one part that went, oh, that's too far. But I sat through the rest of the movie. But I'm saying, that's the one part I was like, that's too far. That's too much. That is too much. My favorite part is the cultists sneak in, by the way, and their only disguise is tape on their face to make a mustache and Nazi armband. That's it. And everyone just thinks they work there.
Yeah, nobody else is dressed like Hitler in the
no one.
Part. It's more just like Oktoberfest with like drinking and girls.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
They dress as Nazis.
It's ridiculous. It's not supposed. It's stupid on purpose. Everything is just brilliant about it, though.
And then all the girls below the security guards, except for one, clearly has shit on her. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't notice that.
Brown shit all over her face and chest.
Wow. So
either she ate shit or chocolate. I don't know. We didn't see it.
I wonder if there's deleted scenes. I wonder if there's anything about that. Or she ate some dude's butthole. And
a whole scene where they're just dropping a turd on her.
Oh my god. Hilarious. I'd laugh so hard though if that was a deleted scene. Like, why didn't that stay in the unrated cut? That's so offensive. It's great. Oh yeah, Vern Troyer gets dropped off by the bus 8 miles outside of town. I forgot about that. And has to push a suitcase that's bigger than him to town.
I think that was part of the Postal Dude's plan. Because he wanted everyone to be mad that the star wasn't there.
I don't remember. That
might be. He said something along that line.
That may have been. I may have missed that. I mean, like, you know, I'm not perfect.
And his whole plan up.
I'm quite high, so do not take anything I say with any kind of like levity. All right, that's all just silliness.
They all want the crotchy dolls, and also just again, crotchy is in the video game. You go to the mall and they're all sold out. You have to fight crotchy costume character and
I,
go steal one.
I tweeted at Uwe Boll when I saw these. I'm like, I bet Uwe Boll's got a box of these in his basement somewhere. And I swear to fuck, if he does, I will buy one. I want a crotchy doll. I want a crotchy doll signed by Uwe Boll. Oh shit! Cat attack. Which one's that?
That's April.
Aw, April.
She found something to play with, so she's gonna be noisy.
Well, you're the one who has to edit it.
They're high as shit, so.
Oh yeah, they just recently got surgery. Surgery. So they got the cone of courage, which is a loud plastic noise you hear whacking around the floor out over there. It's like crack, whack, 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 whack.
Sleeping pretty much the whole movie, and now they gotta be crazy.
Yeah, cats, they do that. Mine was quiet until we finished the movie. Then she started being rowdy, and I kicked her out of the room. Like, go bother someone else, fucker. She'll be back around 2, 3 in the morning. Anyway.
So they're all converging on here. Everyone's trying to get crotchy dolls, and shit just gets crazy at the park. Gunfighting, Uwe Bolls, punching guys.
Uwe.
Whatever. Maybe you're saying it wrong.
I just looked it up just in case. Uwe Boll. I looked it up because I was like, I gotta make sure I'm saying that right. I've been saying it wrong, maybe? And I'm really self-conscious about things like that. I'm still probably butchering it because I can't speak German very well. So, you know, I can't do those hard sounds very well.
He's fighting the guy that created Postal.
Oh, that's right. The guy who created Postal, and it pauses the movie to tell you exactly who this person is, so you understand this cameo, and it's perfect because, yeah, his name's Joey, I think, Joey something or Joe something. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, sir, but I do remember the moment we got punched in the face.
And he gets shot. And Bull gets shot in the dick.
Oh, I love that Bull gets shot right in the fucking dick. It's perfect. Uwe Boll makes fun of himself in this movie. So like, he basically calls himself a fucking Nazi. Like he said, he pays someone in Nazi gold Jewish gold teeth. I mean, like that's he's not above making fun of himself, and that's why I think this movie works. Because you're about to get offended, and you're just like. But Uwe Boll's also making fun of himself at the same. Like, you can't really get mad at him. The whole point is, don't fucking worry about it. It's just a movie, you know? Be entertained for an hour and 40 minutes. I wish it was longer, honestly. I need like 20 more minutes.
They shoot a bunch of children.
Oh, that's right. There's a gunfight, and there's like 3 adults get killed and 50 children. 50 fucking children, like literally, and I'm not talking like they get shot off screen, like 3 or 4 of them get shot hardcore on screen, giant blood packs. The one looks like she's about to cry. She's like, oh, I was like, oh my god. And then this reporter like drags all the bodies into a pile and like fake cries and like records herself surrounded by all the dead kids. Heartless shit. Beautiful. Talking about the heartless media. I mean, like, there's commentary being made here. It's not subtext, though. It's not subtextual. It's very on the nose. I don't expect that kind of subtlety from a filmmaker like Uwe Boll. Uwe Boll's not a man of subtlety. He balked his critics, to put this in perspective. Subtlety is not Uwe Boll's specialty. Beating you in the face with a joke until you're laughing, that's Uwe Boll's subtlety, because that's what he does in this movie. He beats you in the face with jokes until you're laughing.
Critics that he chose, by the way.
You may say whatever criticism of that you may. That's
as in smaller, scrawnier guys.
I probably would have. If Uwe Boll was like, "I'm gonna box you," I'd be like, "Nah, dude, I'm good. I'm good. No, I don't need to fight Uwe Boll. I love Uwe Boll. I don't care. Uwe Boll can talk shit about me tomorrow." And we're like, "Whatever." Uwe Boll's full. Uwe Boll's crazy. Uwe Boll's Uwe. What the fuck do you expect? I expect any minute now Uwe Boll to turn on me. Or whatever. Who cares? Uwe Boll's raw. He does whatever he wants to do, man. You can't expect anything except just Uwe Boll to do whatever Uwe Boll's gonna do. You know? He's just one of those guys. He's gonna talk shit. He's gonna throw down the gauntlet. You know, fight you. As long as you don't know actual jiu-jitsu. You know. But no, I wouldn't fight him. No. Would you fight him?
No.
No? You wouldn't train? You wouldn't train to fight him?
No. Fuck what I want to fight him for?
I don't know. I mean, if Uwe gonna pay me, I might fight him.
I'll shit on his movies and he'll just have to accept it.
Meanwhile, I'll support the good ones. Look, he's made good and bad movies, you know? Assault on Wall Street, the Rampage movies are all fine films. They're just action movies, man. Like nothing. They're just angry wankery. They're like, if you're really in a bad mood, you watch one of these movies, and then this guy just shoots a bunch of assholes, and you're like, oh, that's cool. I'd like to draw the comparison of Postal to God Bless America. Have you seen that movie?
Nope.
I apologize to Bobcat Goldthwait if he takes offense to this, but God Bless America and Postal are very similar in the things they're trying to say, but God Bless America does it, I would say, about 4 to 8 times more subtly. It's still commenting about the obsession with media, the murder, gun violence, and obsession with like celebrity. You know, like it talks about all the like attention spans, all these things that like Postal makes comment on. God Bless America also kind of comments on it in its own way. So if you like this movie, you will probably like God Bless America. It's also offensive, but it's a completely different movie. It's a different kind of offense. It's a different kind of context, but it's very similar in theme. In fact, one could double bill the two. I would say take Postal and then follow God Bless America and have a nice little good night about commentary on America and our media. Yeah. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, the gunfight, dead kids.
They load up the postal truck with the crotchy dolls, take off. But when they get back to the compound, pretty much everyone's dead and the terrorists are there.
Yeah.
So they sneak into the basement, which is full of guns because they've been stockpiling. And
the Doomsday Cult. In fact, it's a Doomsday Cult, and so far as their acronym is stands DOOM. I don't remember what they're called, but DOOM was the acronym. Yeah. I remember that much.
But once they're down there, the second in charge of the cult turns on the leader and starts spouting everything that's in his Bible that, of course, you know, Uncle doesn't believe his own shit.
He just wrote some shit so he can fuck some people, man.
Yeah. But in it is a tiny celebrity is raped by 1,000 monkeys, which is Chris.
Oh yeah, during the mayhem at the second in command kidnaps Vern Troyer by shoving him in his own suitcase, and Vern Troyer like lights the inside of the suitcase with a glow in the dark vibrator or dildo on a stick, and then like lights up a joint. Like, I'm stuck in my own. He's like, he even says, "I'm stuck in my own suitcase." Fuck, man. Like, you know.
But
good shit.
He's promptly thrown in there and raped by monkeys.
Yes.
We don't see him again after that.
Poor Vern Troyer got raped by 1,000 monkeys to death, probably.
And then apparently he wrote in his own Bible that he needs to, or I guess he read between the lines, so he kills the uncle, and they lock Postal Dude up, and they're supposed to all eat brownies and die. But he gets out, and only one of the girls ate brownies.
While the guy's like ranting and raving, he sneaks a C4 and a detonator thing into his pocket, smartly, because
he leaves to go find the. We didn't even mention there's the bird flu is inside all the crotchy dolls. That's what the terrorists want.
Yeah.
And then the guy from the cult wants it because he also wants to create Doomsday.
But he wants to do it for Doomsday for the world, and the terrorists want to doom just the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah, so, that's pretty much it. That sums that up pretty well.
Postal Dude rounds up the ladies to not kill themselves, and they shoot
one of them did because she got hungry. She was on a cleanse, and so she got hungry and ate her thing and died.
And then there's this whole weird. There's like 5 of them, and then they're like the other ones will catch up. It's just
I made a joke like that's because 2 of them weren't available for filming or were fired. And I bet you Uwe Boll would probably back that up. They probably weren't available for filming. You know, they had
But
to,
then
and then they had to do or those were reshoot. That was a reshoot day because it was a bad on on stage or bad something sound lighting. There are a million things, right? Or bad acting and they need to reshoot it, or they forgot to fucking shoot that scene, or they didn't even have that scene originally, and then they realized later on that there were only two of them, so they shot the scene to do the filler. She would be like, "Where are the other two?" You know.
yeah.
Anyway, there's like a million reasons why that happened, but I guarantee you it was to fix something.
Which doesn't matter because Postal Dude sends those two packing as well.
Yeah.
He's like, go away,
Pretty
go
much.
back to your families. Some more people being shot. He meets up with the coffee girl.
Who he's been running into all day through various
You know, and
incidences.
she realizes she's got a gun pointed at him because he's crazy. But then he explains what's happening, and then she sees a terrorist, so she believes him.
So after his his interview, he went and got coffee. They had their meet cute where they met each other. They thought each other cute, and that was all that happened. And then
They met at the
later,
German park.
they met at the German park. She remembered him as the kind of coffee he made, and like they had another meet cute, and then that was when everything solidified. And then the third time they're together, and yeah,
Yep.
welcome to movies.
So they head to the truck to blow it up. But of course, his wife is banging two police officers.
It's one played by Ralph Moeller, who is famous for being, I believe he was Arnold Schwarzenegger's stunt double at some point during the 80s. Regardless, he's a friend of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he even played Conan the Barbarian in the TV show Conan the Adventurer, which is a live action show, not the animated one, the live action one, which ran for, I think,
Son of the Beach.
Son of the Beach.
Or is that someone else?
Rolf Moeller. Did I spell his name right? Is it two L's? Filmed by. Where's the A to Z option? Film name. He is in. No, he's in Scorpion King. He's in Universal Soldier. He's in Tales of the Ancient Empire. Fuck yes, we'll be watching that at some point. That's the sequel to Sword and Sorcerer. He's in Pathfinder, the Viking film. What else is he in? He's in Gladiator. He's a German guy who's friends with Maximus, the big fucking hulking guy, in Gladiator. It's probably one of his biggest roles, actually. He's in the Far Cry movie, another Uwe Boll film. He's in Cyborg. He's in the movie A Christmas Cop. Oh God. He's in Best of the Best 2. He's I think he's Bane in Batman and Robin, if I remember correctly.
It was Roland Kickinger that was in Son of the Beach.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
It's a giant bodybuilder.
Okay, but no. Yeah, anyway, I went through like half of Ralph Muller's. It's Ralph Muller's. Filmography. I just kept noticing movies. Half of those movies we'll probably end up watching. He'll probably become an alumni. An alumni is basically. It used to be like our Hall of Fame, but I'm just gonna call them alumni. Alumni are people who've just been on the show more than once. Nothing special.
Let's get back on track.
Sorry,
We're right at the end.
Yeah,
We're right at the end.
Sorry.
So basically, everyone in town shows up, and terrorists. You get the cult guy. They want to blow it. He wants to blow up the bird flu, the truck, and maybe his wife too. Why not?
Yeah, that too. Because she's evil. She's evil to him. Yes.
He gives this great speech about how we're family. We're all humans. Families fight. But this ain't. Why are we doing this? But then they're like, kill him. And they shoot the crap out of the car, but somehow he survives.
Literally, the car falls apart one piece at a time. It's pretty funny.
And then they just him and the coffee girl just start mowing everyone down.
Yep, because everyone else ran out of ammo, basically.
Bin Laden escapes by calling up Bush for a favor. Because we never really hit on that. Him and Bush are buddies.
Yeah, it's basically. Oh, excuse me. There's a conspiracy theory that started around the time that Bush and Osama bin Laden were in on 9/11. The whole point was that he did it so that they could instigate a war to go after the oil, to go after blah blah blah. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not. That's probably not true. I think we'd figure that out by now. But regardless, it's a running gag. 3 or 4 times in this movie this happens. They call up, they talk. It's pretty funny, actually. But
the old Postal dude and the coffee girl hop in a cop car to leave. Champ happens to be in the back. That's his dog, also from the video game.
Oh, I forgot. When he's escaping from the cultist compound, he uses a cat for a silencer. And you think, oh, the cat's dead, but no, puts the cat down, cat walks away harm. So he shot. Uwe Boll is willing to fucking kill kids, but not animals. I can appreciate that. I can get behind that kind of statement. Fuck the kids. I mean, don't actually fuck the kids, but you know what I mean.
Which again, cat silencers from the game.
Yes, of course.
Multiple shots, the cat eventually explodes. But I guess since it was one shot, he was following the game logic.
He never broke the game's logic, to be fair.
Although I don't think in the game you can take the cat off. Maybe you can. It's been a while. I know you had to lure them with catnip. And they'd get all high and flop on their back. And
then you could pick it
then
up.
you could pick them up.
Yeah.
I would just collect cats. Just have them.
Oh, and then it ends with a news announcement that we're being nuked by China and Russia or whatever. And
well, you're jumping right to the end now.
Well, that's basically the end. What did I miss?
No, they're driving away. The guy hops on the car. They shoot him.
Oh, right. Cult guy. I forgot about that.
There's this whole thing where the IRS shows up to talk to the guy. They pretty much ignore the fact that there's just dead bodies all over the place. And then the guy sends out, I guess he was mentally challenged. I don't know what the political correct term is anymore, but he's supposed to blow him up, but he's not wearing his vest. He's clicking the button, and then you see that the vest is actually sitting in the car next with the trailer with some of the other ones. So that blows straight up in the air, and then you weren't here for this, but you probably remember it. But it lands on the guy that was doing the job interview.
Yeah, fucking douchebag.
Who apparently has a book, How to Fire Employees Without Having Them Go Postal.
That, by the way, that guy, the douchebag guy, he plays a douchebag in like everything. He's a character actor who plays a douchebag in everything. Everything. He's that background guy with a group of douchebags laughing. He's that guy in a suit laughing. He's a douchebag making jokes. He's that guy. He's got a character, man. Guy's got to pay his bills.
Yeah, the dude blows up the bird flu, his wife, and the 2 cops, and then her fat covers everyone in town.
Oh, so gross. Ugh.
And they drive off, and then you see Bin Laden and Bush holding hands, skipping through the field while nukes go off.
Because there's an outfit. We got nuked. And
which is also kind of the end of, spoiler of Postal 2, the game.
Yeah,
Because there's an add-on called Apocalypse Weekend where crazy shit's happening because nukes went off. The whole town goes crazy.
There you go. Do you think, on a percentage of 1 to 100%, how accurate would you say the movie is?
It's got a lot. I mean, like I said, this is its own story. The movie has its own story.
Okay.
But it definitely has a major bits from Postal 2.
Would you say it is an adequate game adaptation? Would it be one of the better ones?
I'd say so. I mean, I haven't seen every video game adaptation, but...
I mean, obviously. One of the better ones you've seen, at least, To be fair, Far Cry, House of the Dead... No. Though I haven't seen the funny edition of House of the Dead. Which is Uwe Boll's director's cut. So
was there even monsters in the Far Cry one? I don't think there was.
There's like weird
did
super
he get
soldier
injected?
guys.
It's been a while since I watched
It's
that.
weird super soldier guys. It's bad. It was super bad.
There were monsters in the game.
It's dull. It's really dull. I remember the first Far Cry. I was not interested in the first Far Cry. But these other ones I have been. Like 4 and 5. Super interested in those. Been wanting to play those on stream too. Just too broke, not wanting to spend $20, Anyway. So that's the end of the movie. What did you think of the movie?
It didn't tickle me as much as you.
I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Like, serious, no joke. I think
He
it's
was
hilarious.
trying too hard.
I think the fact that he's trying too hard and then missing is part of why I enjoy it so much. Because it's not like it's almost constructed like a spoof. And in fact, like, here's your gag, we're gonna beat you to death, and but like, it's executed so much better than any of the modern spoofs that it could almost be in the same category. It's almost a spoof of an action film.
Yeah, and it, like I said, it follows the game pretty well. So, and the game is kind of like doesn't really give you much, and you have to kind of make your own fun. So,
Yeah, it's a little open world-ish. I think it actually is open world technically. Sandbox.
yeah,
That's the word I'm looking for. Sandbox. It's a sandbox.
open world with a shit ton of load screens.
Which are pretty much non-existent nowadays. They load up almost immediately.
Yeah, I think they patched it and made it better, but when it first came out, holy crap! You almost didn't want to leave one of the maps to go to the next one.
I can see that. That can be really annoying.
And this edition comes with the game.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually.
Share the Pain edition too. That means there's the multiplayer that nobody played, where you had to capture the hoe or whatever it was called. This little flag you carried around a girl in a bikini.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it was a waste of time for them to add that.
They were having fun, man. Yeah,
they did do Apocalypse Weekend, and then later, years later, they did another one where you like battle demons in hell. Your ex-wife is a giant demon, I guess. You're looking for your dog.
And then they did Postal 3.
They didn't.
Oh,
apparently they licensed it out, and another studio made Postal 3 / another company published it, and they disowned it. They say it's not, doesn't exist.
And Postal 1 is like a weird top-down game.
Yeah, they remade that one not that long ago in the new Unreal Engine.
Is it first person in the new one? The remake?
No.
Oh, well,
No,
yeah.
still top down.
Don't have any interest in top down in that setting for what you do in that game. Nah, I want that first person experience, baby. I want those pixels in my face. I want to suck at Duke Nukem. I can't get past the 3rd fucking level. It's embarrassing today. Anyway,
did you notice also apparently Bull is a monkey?
Oh, that's right. He had a boxing glove on because of Raging Bull, but which is included on that apparently. But
for some reason on the cover it's a chimp wearing the lederhosen in the one glove.
Maybe there was a chimp with a second glove and we missed it. Because if I remember, Uwe Boll has a left-handed boxing glove, so I bet you that's a monkey that we probably missed in the background that has the other boxing glove.
Maybe there was a lot of monkeys in that scene.
There's a lot of monkeys, yeah.
Oh, they weren't even monkeys; they were all chimps.
They're chimps, yeah. You're right.
So he couldn't even fill his prophecy. He didn't get raped by monkeys. Jeez, I mean, you're gonna have 1,000 monkeys. Get 1,000 monkeys.
Right? How'd you get 1,000 monkeys? Don't ask. I don't know. Like that is.
Like, I didn't. I got 1,000 chimps.
Like the guy's like, I don't know. Like he was like, how'd you get 1,000 monkeys? He's like, I don't know. Like
I had no part of this.
Yeah.
I was just in it for the women and drugs.
That's right. That's the best part. Oh, and the hilarious juvenile humor of the second in command having to stand there and dictate the daily events or daily news to him while he takes a dump and just, God.
He never did wipe.
He never wiped.
Never saw it.
And never flushed.
Movie,
The other guy flushed it. But
just got a shitty ass.
it's a shitty ass. No one cleaned that shit. Literally.
I mean, there's plenty of stuff we miss, but I guess just watch it yourself. There's plenty of wacky shootouts, and there's
a lot of visual gags. There's a lot of visual gags. Like I would love to own one of those cereal boxes.
And there's at least 2 waiting in line scenes, which are straight from the video game. That's like a big thing in the game. Like they're trying in the game. They're trying to get you to like cause go postal. So there's like a line, but it takes forever. So of course they're like but you could just shoot everyone and then get the thing done. Like they're trying to just push you towards that. And then if you do try to just like, no, I'm gonna sit in line, then they're like, well, someone's gonna run in with a gun anyways. And you're like, oh, okay.
So yeah, that was it. So did you give it? How many stars did you give it?
I'll give it 2.
2. God damn, Owen.
That's better than I originally rated it when I first saw it.
What does it take to please you?
Mm.
What did you give The Gate? Did you give that like 1 star and a fuck you? What the hell, man?
The Gate was a 4.
Yeah, The Gate was a pretty goddamn good movie. Anyway.
What do you give it?
I'll give it 4 out of 5, dude. I love this movie. Part of my it's part of the canon of Skin Slip, man. I love this. It's literally the best Uwe Boll film.
I can't say that. I haven't seen all of his movies.
I've seen most of them. I do plan to do a marathon of them, though. And some sort of masochistic twist.
When his stuff was first coming out, I was just running through them. I don't know why. I was watching all the video game ones. We had his German weird slasher one.
I think the only one I'm not gonna watch is Auschwitz. I don't think I can stomach the movie. I'm too much of a weakling.
But you'd watch the one where the guy rapes someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like school shooting.
Yeah. Because Auschwitz actually happened. That's the difference.
I'll pass on the school shooting one.
Like, that didn't actually happen though. That's just a movie. I can't watch.
How do you know?
Because it didn't happen. Because it's a movie. It's based on real life, but it's not the same thing. Auschwitz was a recreation of what actually fucking happened, and like, the trailer for the movie is literally Jews pounding on the door while 2 Nazi guards stand outside, and these people are getting gassed. It's like, that tells you right there what you're gonna get into. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm perfectly good at right here. This is all I need to see. I'm not saying anyone shouldn't make this. I just don't want to see it. I'm good.
But Nazi gold is what makes all of his movies.
Oh my god. That's the joke.
He said right in the movie.
Yeah, I know. He said it right in the movie, which means, of course, it's not true.
I don't know. Jury's still out on that one.
Jury's still out. Oh my god. Such a bastard. Anyway, what are we watching next week? Oh, that's my pick.
Yeah, it's your pick.
Fuck yeah. Fuck this transformation movie. We'll watch it later. I want to watch something else. Let's watch... Oh god, I have so many things to choose from now. Cause you have like all these Arrow films. Oh my goodness. Let's watch Enter the Devil. Wait, did we watch this yet? We didn't watch this yet, right?
I don't think so. But I like how you said that you have all those Arrow movies, and then you pick one I don't have.
Well, I've got a DVD copy of this, so you'll be able to see this. Don't worry. I'll make sure. Gotta make sure you can be able to do the review, you know? So Enter the Devil from Massacre Video. It just happened to be the one on top. That's why I grabbed it. I was like, you know what? Fuck trying to choose one in the middle. I'm just gonna take one on the top. Bam. But I do have Arrow ones here. You can pick the Arrow ones, obviously, if you wanted for your own thing. We'll watch. This will be my next pick after that. I wanted to... I don't know. Enter the Devil. That sounds like fun. Here's here. Following the mysterious disappearance of several travelers in a rural part of southern Texas, a detective and a scientist from a nearby city are sent to investigate. Made to immediately feel unwanted by the locals, they soon discover the remains of one of the missing, but in doing so begin to sense that something sinister is afoot in the desolate community they've entered. Determined to uncover the truth, the duo quickly find themselves faced with an unimaginable evil, a terror linked to Satan himself. Massacre Video presents the Blu-ray debut of Frank Q. Dobbs' low-budget regional chiller, Enter the Devil, aka Disciple of Death, newly restored from recently discovered internegative. There's a 2K master of this fucking movie, dude.
Why not?
High def, beautiful. Can't wait. This one we'll probably do a live commentary for, because I'll just pop the disc in here and I'll watch the disc and it won't pump through because I fixed that sound issue that I had. So there you go. That's it. We're gonna go now. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time for Psychotronic Coast to Coast. That's all, folks. I don't have an ending still. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. 3 years later, and I don't know how to end a podcast. How do you end a podcast? Check us out. Check me out, Skinslip. Twitch.tv/Skinslip. YouTube.com/Skinslip. Twitch.tv/Skinslip. Twitter.com/Skinslip. Did I say that one? Anyway, check Owen out. Are you the real Owen Neal? Is that right on Twitter? I can't remember your Twitter name.
No, Cartoon Curious.
Oh yeah, you're Cartoon Curious on Twitter. You're Owen Neal on
YouTube.
On YouTube. What else you got?
That's enough.
That's enough. There you go. Oh, you also have the Bride of Chickenstein podcast on iTunes.
Yes.
Go fucking check it out. It's awesome.
You still haven't been on it.
You don't tell me when to fucking do it. Let's do it whenever you're ready. You gotta let me know. I'm ready to go.
You gotta let me know when you're ready.
I'm available most days, except for today when we record this podcast. And here, look, here, let me end the stream. All right, bye, guys, bye.